August 22nd, 2025, 03:17 a.m., Strait of Hormuz. Narrowest point 21 miles wide, deepest point 300 feet. 20% of world's oil flows through here daily. 21 million barrels worth $1.8 billion every 24 hours, and right now that flow just stopped. American-flagged tanker MT Sentinel ablaze. Hit by anti-ship missile 3 minutes ago, fire spreading, crew abandoning ship. 2.1 million barrels of crude oil leaking into Persian Gulf. Environmental catastrophe unfolding. But that's not the crisis. The crisis is who fired that missile and what happens next. Welcome to Navy Force, where one spark in the wrong place burns the entire world. MT Sentinel was transiting outbound, headed for Singapore, standard route, standard cargo, escorted by nothing. Commercial shipping doesn't get military protection unless war declared. This isn't war, not officially, just regional tensions, just decades of hostility compressed into 21-mile choke point. Iranian patrol boats shadow every tanker. Israeli drones watch from high altitude. Saudi frigates lurk south. American destroyers patrol international waters. Everyone armed, everyone watching, everyone waiting for excuse. MT Sentinel just provided that excuse. British destroyer HMS Duncan picked up missile launch on radar. Drew 12.3 miles north. Point of origin, Iranian coast. Missile designation C-802. Chinese export model, range 75 miles, warhead 360 pounds, and speed Mach 0.9 sea skimming profile. Duncan tracked it all the way to impact. Couldn't intercept. Wrong position, wrong timing. Just watched, recorded, transmitted data to Fleet Command. Now everyone knows Iran just attacked American vessel in international waters. That's act of war. Response required. Question is what response? How big, how fast, how destructive? USS Porter Arleigh Burke class destroyer, 11.8 miles from burning tanker. Captain receives flash message. Rules of engagement updated. Weapons free against hostile Iranian assets. Defend freedom of navigation, use necessary force. That's broad authorization. That's dangerous authorization. That means captain decides what's necessary, what's proportional, what starts war or prevents it. He's 38 years old, command experience 4 years, now responsible for potentially triggering World War III. No pressure. Question for viewers. Proportional response means A. Sink the launch site. B. Sink Iranian patrol boats. C. Blockade Iranian ports. Comment your strategic choice. Navy Force believes viewers understand warfare better than politicians who never served. HMS Duncan, 14.2 miles southwest of tanker. British captain also receives orders, coordinate with American forces, provide support, defend shipping. UK and USA tight allies, always, especially here, especially now. Duncan carries 48 Sea Viper missiles. Range 75 miles, can engage 12 targets simultaneously, plus Harpoon anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, 4.5-inch gun. She's ready. Crew at action stations, waiting for American lead, because Americans always lead in Persian Gulf. British support, that's the arrangement, that's how NATO works here. Israeli F-16I fighters already airborne, 4 aircraft, armed with Delilah cruise missiles, range 155 miles, loitering 180 miles east at 32,000 feet, watching, listening. Israel has interest here. Iranian aggression threatens Israeli security. Oil disruption threatens Israeli economy, plus opportunity to strike Iranian targets with international support. Maybe. Pilots await orders from Tel Aviv. Orders that might come, might not, depends on American response, depends on how this unfolds, depends on next 20 minutes. Iranian Revolutionary Guard Navy knows what they did. Knew consequences before launch, fired anyway. Why? Maybe orders from Tehran, maybe rogue commander seeking glory, maybe calculated provocation testing American resolve. Doesn't matter why, matters what happens next. IRGN has 40 fast attack craft in Strait, small boats, 50 feet long, fast 60 knots, armed with machine guns, RPGs, anti-ship missiles, swarm tactics, overwhelm defenses with numbers, Suicide attacks if necessary. Revolutionary Guard doesn't fear death, welcomes martyrdom. That makes them dangerous, unpredictable, willing to escalate beyond reason. At 3:22 a.m., 8 Iranian fastboats leave Bandar Abbas Naval Base, heading south, speed 55 knots. On intercept course with USS Porter, ETA 14 minutes, Porter radar tracks them. Captain evaluates threat, 8 boats, armed aggressive posture, heading directly toward American warship. After Iran just attacked American tanker, threat assessment clear, hostile intent. He orders weapon stations manned, 5-inch gun loaded, Phalanx CIWS activated, close-in weapon system. 4,500 rounds per minute, computer-controlled, shoots down missiles. Also shreds small boats. Very effective against swarm attacks. Navy learned that lesson after USS Cole bombing 2000. Won't be caught unprepared again. HMS Duncan tracks same Iranian boats. British captain radios Porter. "We have your back. Say the word." American captain acknowledges. Appreciates support, but doesn't want British ship firing first. Political complications. Better if Americans respond to attack on American vessel. Keep it clean. Keep it justified. "Stand by, Duncan. I've got this." British captain doesn't like waiting, but understands politics. Holds position. Weapons ready. Watching. On Navy force, we respect alliance partnerships. British and American sailors fight together, train together, trust together. That bond matters. That wins wars. Subscribe to Navy Force if you value allies who stand with America in crisis. Iranian boats spread out. Classic swarm formation. 3 boats left flank, 3 right flank, 2 center. Trying to split Porter's defensive fire. Make her choose targets. Can't engage all 8 simultaneously. Some will get through. That's the plan. That's swarm doctrine. Quantity overwhelms quality, but Porter has advantage they don't know about. MH-60R helicopter already airborne, carries Hellfire missiles. Plus M240 door gun, can engage boats from above, attack axis they don't expect. Helicopter pilot reports ready. Request permission engage, captain orders wait. Let boats close, make threat clear, make response justified, document everything. Cameras recording, satellite overhead, world watching. At 03:29 a.m., Iranian boats enter 5-mile radius. Porter issues warning, radio transmission, English and Farsi. Iranian vessels, you are approaching U.S. warship in hostile manner. Alter course immediately or you will be engaged. No response. Boats maintain course, maintain speed. 4.2 miles now. Captain orders helicopter weapons free. Engage lead boats. Stop their advance. Helicopter banks hard. Drops to 400 feet. Angles toward right flank formation. Locks first target. Hellfire away. Missile streaks across water. Smoke trail. Impact. Iranian fast boat explodes. Fireball. Debris. Boat disintegrates. 7 remain. Second Hellfire launched, second boat destroyed, 6 remain. Now Iranians react, scatter, break formation. Some turn away, others accelerate forward, suicidal, determined. 2 boats heading straight for Porter. Speed 58 knots. Range 2.8 miles. Captain orders 5-inch gun engage, forward turret rotates, aims, fires. 70-pound shell screams downrange, hits leading boat, punches through hull, explodes inside boat, vaporizes. 5 remain. Closest boat now 1.9 miles. That's inside missile range. If boat carries C-802, it can fire now. Captain can't risk it. Orders Phalanx engage. CIWS radar locks target. Gatling barrels spin. Fire. Tungsten rounds pour out. 75 rounds per second. Walking stream of tracers across water. Hits boat. Shreds it. Boat disintegrates. Sinks in seconds. 4 boats remain. Remaining Iranian boats turn away. Retreat. High speed back toward Iranian waters. HMS Duncan blocks escape route. British captain smiles. Iranians trapped between American and British warships. He radios. "Your move, Porter." "Want us to finish them?" American captain considers. 4 boats fleeing, no longer threat. Sinking them now is massacre, not defense. He orders ceasefire. Let them go, Duncan. Point made. British captain disappointed, but complies. Iranian boats escape, for now. Resume station off Bandar Abbas, lick wounds, report failure. Someone will pay for this failure. Revolutionary Guard doesn't tolerate defeat. But surface battle is sideshow. Main event developing underwater. Periscope depth 4.7 miles east of Porter. Iranian Kilo-class submarine. Same model Russia operates. Diesel-electric, quiet, armed with 18 torpedoes, plus 8 cruise missiles. She's been here entire time. Watching, waiting, using surface chaos as distraction. Now she has Porter's position, has firing solution, range 4.7 miles, well within torpedo range. Commander makes decision, fire 2 torpedoes, kill American destroyer, avenge fast boats, strike blow for Iran. Glory for Revolutionary Guard, martyrdom if necessary. He orders tubes 1 and 2 flooded, outer doors open, target locked, fires. Stay locked in, viewers, because next 240 seconds determine if this becomes regional war or isolated incident. Like this video to support Navy Force mission revealing naval combat reality. Your engagement matters. 2 torpedoes in water, Type 53 Russian export model, speed 45 knots, range 12 miles, active, passive homing, 8 now 80-pound warhead each, silent running first 2 miles, then go active, hunt for target. Porter sonar operator hears launch transient, faint, distant, but unmistakable, shouts, "Torpedo in the water! Multiple torpedoes! Bearing 095 degrees!" Captain reacts instantly. This is trained response, drilled hundreds of times. Launch countermeasures, all ahead flank, hard right rudder. Porter accelerates, turns, torpedo decoys shoot into water, creating noise, false targets, confusing incoming weapons. MH-60R helicopter receives alert, switches mission, anti-submarine warfare, drops sonobuoy pattern, searching for submarine, finds contact bearing 092 degrees, range 4.9 miles, depth 180 feet, submarine definitely hostile. Just fired torpedoes, helicopter pilot requests weapons free, captain authorizes. Sink that submarine. Pilot arms mark, a 54 torpedo, lightweight, 608 pounds, speed 45 knots, range 11 miles, perfect for killing submarines. Helicopter moves to drop point, 1.2 miles from submarine, releases torpedo, splash, torpedo swims, searches, finds target, homes. Iranian submarine crew hears it coming, try to evade, too slow, too late. Mark 54 impact detonation, 96 pounds high explosive. Submarine hull breaches, water floods in, pressure crushes compartments, submarine sinks, 52 crew dead, no survivors. Porter still evading Iranian torpedoes. First torpedo tracking decoy, closing, impact, explosion. Decoy destroyed, worked perfectly. Second torpedo confused, multiple targets. Porter zigzagging, decoys deployed, torpedo circles, searches. Runs out of fuel, goes dead. Sinks, threat eliminated. Porter survives, damage nil. Casualties 0, but Iranian submarine sunk. 52 dead. That's escalation. That's major incident. That requires explanation, requires justification. Good thing everything recorded. Proof submarine fired first. Proof response was self-defense. International law supports American actions, clearly. HMS Duncan requests orders. British captain wants clarification. Submarine was Iranian, but in international waters. Technically legal position. Firing torpedoes at warship not legal. That's hostile act, but Duncan didn't fire, Porter did. Via helicopter. Does Britain support this? British command responds affirmative. Attack on commercial shipping threatens British interests. Iranian aggression requires response. UK stands with USA. Message transmitted worldwide. London supports Washington. Alliance solid. Israeli F-16 still loitering. Tel Aviv watching situation carefully. American destroyed Iranian submarine. Sank fast boats. Message sent. Does Israel need to add anything? Probably not, but orders come down anyway. Strike Iranian radar site at Bandar Abbas. Blind their coastal defenses. Prevent future attacks. 4 F-16s turn west. Drop to 500 feet. Terrain following. Evade radar. Close coast. Launch Delilah missiles. 8 missiles total, all hit. Iranian radar complex destroyed, air defense blinded. Israel adds exclamation point to American response. At 03:47 a.m., situation assessment complete. MT Sentinel still burning, will burn for days. Crew rescued by merchant vessels, no casualties. Lucky. Iranian fast boats sunk. 4 destroyed, 4 escaped. Submarine sunk, total loss. Radar complex destroyed. Iranian casualties estimated 89 dead. American casualties 0. British casualties 0. Israeli casualties 0. This is not balanced fight. This is overwhelming response to aggression. This is message. Touch our shipping face consequences. Tehran emergency meeting, military leaders, political leaders, religious leaders, debate response, Revolutionary Guard wants escalation, launch more missiles, attack more ships, close Strait completely, regular military urges, caution, America just demonstrated superiority, attacking again invites destruction, moderates argue negotiate, de-escalate, preserve regime, hardliners refuse, never negotiate under pressure, never show weakness, meeting deadlocked, no consensus. Meanwhile, American carrier strike group enters Gulf of Oman, USS Abraham Lincoln, plus escorts, 75 aircraft, Tomahawk missiles, total firepower. Tehran sees this, understands implication. Escalate further, face carrier strike. That means Iranian Navy destroyed, maybe Iranian Air Force, maybe coastal installations, maybe more. They pause, reconsider. Mathematics overwhelm ideology, can't win military confrontation. Pride must yield to survival. What did Navy force learn? First Strait of Hormuz is powder keg. One mistake ignites regional war. Second, overwhelming response deters further aggression. Iran tested American resolve, found it solid. Third, technology matters. American sensors detected threats early. Weapons neutralized them effectively. Fourth, alliances multiply power. British support crucial. Israeli contribution significant. Combined force greater than sum of parts. Fifth, proportional doesn't mean equal. Iran sank 0 ships. America sank submarine-destroyed boats, leveled radar complex. That's proportional to threat, not attack. That's strategic thinking. Final lesson. Freedom of navigation isn't free, requires constant vigilance, requires credible force, requires willingness to use that force when challenged. MT Sentinel crew went home alive because American warships patrol these waters, because American pilots fly overhead, because American submarines hunt beneath. That's not imperialism. That's global security. That's why world economy functions. Shipping flows because navies protect it. Quiz answer from earlier. Proportional response sink launch sight sink patrol boats or blockade ports? Answer is D, all 3 plus submarine. Proportional means adequate to prevent recurrence. Iran fired 1 missile. America eliminated capability to fire more. Launch site gone? Fast boats sunk? Submarine destroyed? Radar blinded? Future attacks much harder now. That's proportional to threat, not to single attack. Strategic victory, not tactical revenge. Here's what mainstream media won't explain. Strait of Hormuz closes, world economy crashes. Oil prices triple overnight. Recession guaranteed, millions unemployed, nations destabilize, wars spread. 1 tanker attack threatens everything. That's why response was overwhelming. Not punishment, prevention, not revenge, deterrence. Iran needed to understand attacking shipping has costs they can't afford. Message delivered, message received. Shipping resumed 6 hours later. Peace belongs to those who keep sea lanes open. To Iran and anyone else threatening international waters, America will respond. Our destroyers will defend shipping. Our aircraft will patrol overhead. Our submarines will hunt aggressors. That's not threat. That's promise. That's reality every nation dependent on maritime trade should remember. Subscribe to Navy Force if you believe freedom of navigation matters. Like this video if you support sailors protecting global commerce. Comment below. Was American response justified? Should Iran face additional consequences? What would you do as destroyer captain facing swarm attack? Your input shapes discussions. Your engagement builds this community. Next crisis already forming. Next threat already planning. Next attack already prepared. Stay vigilant. Stay informed. Stay with Navy force, because next incident comes without warning, and neither do we.